EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry now for Trey Sermon.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 8 coming up. To the right side, this is Sermon. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, Sermon.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he takes us up right near the 45-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Sermon is in. Touchdown 49ers. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run some.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field, and now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the threat.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's Samuel, caught left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. Touchdown! Trey Sermon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 4. Looking for Campbell downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Rodgers' throw is caught here by Anderson.
He's going to go out of of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On play action, now Rodgers.
That'll be complete to Sermon.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Niners are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Second and 3. And one more time, that's Watkins. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game. And they'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. A final shot before half for Rodgers. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, it's Stump. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9. drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Rodgers.
He'll find Sermon out of the backfield.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there for the Niners. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Rodgers. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play there for Philly.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I
and looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Elliott good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. A big play there for Philly. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an extra exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
But now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Rodgers throwing here.
He's got Ayuk once again.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. On play action, Rodgers.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our